Okay, so this is my leg day today. It's the first day of my cycle, so it was very adventurous of me to go ahead and do this on a leg day. But I tried to plan out my workout to where it wasn't I wasn't lifting too heavy and I didn't have too much intense pressure on my midsection of my back. So I decided to do Bulgarians splits right here. And at first, I started off with no weights. I didn't show the one with the weights. I did 10 pounds. I just really wanted to practice. And my thing with this is to make sure my knee doesn't pass my foot. I know there's a lot of talk about how to do these and sitting into it, which I can understand why people are describing it that way. But I really just try to focus on not letting my knee touch past my toes like in a regular lunge or whatever. That's starting to burn right there. And use mind muscle connection so that you can see where am I feeling this in the workout so you can make adjustments. And you saw how I sat down to make sure the distance was correct. And when my foot went on the bench, I don't put my foot too far. So right after I did this, yeah, there goes a perfect example. See, I adjusted my foot there because it was too close to the bench. That makes a difference. And then when I go down, I go all the way down and I make sure that knee doesn't pass that toe right there. Adrian taught me that, so shouts out to Adrian for that. Adrian taught me a lot, and I'm probably going to mention that many times. Yeah, those are the Bulgarian splits right there. And then I did add 10 pounds on the final one, and I did 12 reps for each leg, and I did this 6 times. I paired this by going straight into Russian deadlifts afterwards. I wanted my first workout to be a little bit more intense, a little cardio, and the most challenging one, so I can get that out of the way and get my heart rate up, a little bit, so I can, have the first most challenging workout in the beginning, and push myself. That was like really intense. Like I had to take a second after each set because it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. Then I'll go straight into the deadlifts afterwards. There was some young boys behind me that was really getting it in. I was really proud of them. Super young. I gotta bring my son to the gym too. But there you go. I just keep it really, really close. Remember, Adrian used to say, basically scrape your knees with that bar. So keep it really close, and then you can kind of lean back. Make sure I'm driving through my heels. Even in those split Bulgarians, I like really put the pressure down in my heels, and that really helps with the stability. So lean back, and then make sure you're, really pressing on those heels to push up. And then I do a hip thrust at the top. My clothes is not tight, so you can't see every little crevice, but I'm letting you know, activate your core and swing that hip a little bit at the top. You know what I'm saying? And try to go right into the next one. This was the second to last set. I did 6 sets of this. So I was tired. I had to sit down. It was definitely a challenge for me. So I did 6 sets of 12 reps. I did single legs on the Bulgarian, and then each time I went right back into it. And then after this, I went into working on my quads with the leg extensions, and I did 5 sets of 15, and I went a little low on the weight because my quads are really strong. I did 35, but I really wanted to do 15 reps and at least 5 sets, which was challenging. You'll see at the end, I was ready to get up out of that machine for real. And what I want to suggest is, like, I see I'm holding on to the handlebars on the side, and definitely activate your core. I was trying to remember that when I was doing it, to mention that in the video, because that makes a big difference. But pull yourself into the chair and activate your core. And then I went into this one. Look at me, I'm spent. I'm so tired. I couldn't wait to leave. But I made it here, and I'm very proud of myself because it was definitely a challenge. So lean forward if you really want to get the top of that glute. And I think I did 80 because I'm really used to doing both of those machines pretty often. So, it's not that challenging unless I put it up. So I did 80 pounds on that, for me at least. And I lean forward as much as I can, and that really activates that glute at the top of my glute there. And I did same thing. I did 5 sets, and I did about 15 reps each set. that was that one. And then for my last exercise, this is the last, I think I picked the last video. This was challenging for me because you'll see at the end, I could barely get my calves, my toes all the way down. One thing I want to suggest, though, somebody told me at LA Fitness one time, a trainer, to like put my toes together, like, you know, like pigeon toes. That does intensify it. It's just another way, but just really try to go all the way down with those heels as far as you can. You'll see my calves flex. You don't have to do too much to get your calves to feel it, at least not for me. Some people's calves are very, very stubborn. Mine are not. They respond very well. You know, if that's you, you know, I only have 20 pounds on each side. So that's like 40 pounds. You'll see towards the end. I did 20 reps of each one. My calves are pretty strong, I'm not going to lie. But I did 20 reps, and I did 5 sets. You see, I'm struggling right here to get it all the way down because it's getting tight, you know. And then that was it. That was my leg day.